Hello, what's up, everyone? Today I'm Dama. I'm going to give you a book intro about The Ultimate Guide to Permaculture by Nicole Frears. So, I'm going to give you a brief introduction of this book. This book is divided into nine parts. First is what is permaculture. So, it is like the history of permaculture, the ethics, and also the principles of permaculture. Okay, so energy in part two, it is like how can we use solar panel, that stuff, and part three is water. How can we utilize water and also how to purify that so we can use it again and again. Part four is about homes and shelter. How can we design our home and also using permaculture design and principles. So part five is gardens, how to make gardens, cooking and preserving. In part six, it is like how can we make low energy food and zones 老师有讲过这个部分。然后 community 就是 how to build a community and also like business, non-profit business in the community. And the last one is plants. Okay, so this is the main summary of the book. 因为它其实蛮厚的，它大概有400多页，然后我这边有概括了一下，3大部分，这是我印象比较深刻的。然后 Okay, let's dig into the first one, the zones. Oh, the zones. So the easiest way to start the design process is by dividing land into zones. What are zones? Zones are areas classified by how much human intervention is needed to maintain them, and they are placed according to their distance from the center of human activity. So zero, zone zero is where we live, is our home. Oh, by the way, this is the quote for zones. Much good work is lost for the lack of a little more. 就是它在每个章节每个部分会有，就是有写一些 quotes. Okay, so the first one is zone zero, which is our house, or on a larger scale, a business or village. This is where we live, and it is connected to the garden and the greenhouse. 就是我们在每一天的日常大概就是在这边，大部分是在 zero zone. Okay, the second one is garden. So this is the area immediately surrounding the house, and 它就是你们家的外面啦，就是可以种一些小植物。You can have herbs here and also small pond, yeah, like small fish here. And zone two is for bigger garden. So it is like we can have small animals like rabbits, chickens, and also we can grow some grains or potatoes here for our staples. Okay, zone three is the barn. So this is the place that we can have goats and beehives. 就是我们可以养羊，还有一些我们可以养那个蜜蜂。And then 我们在这边也可以种一些防风林 windbreak for the house. So when the wind is coming, our house is still safe. Okay, zone four is forest zone. So it is like the rural place of like here, wild food gathering, wood cutting for fuel, self-seeded trees. 我们这边可以养一些比较大型的动物，像是pigs or even cows. 然后 the last one is zone five, which is the woods. The woods is literally like the wild. We don't usually come here, and this is like the nature preserve. This is where the wildlife corridors and forest growth can be fostered. Okay, 所以大概就是这样子 the zones. Okay, the second one is the house design. So I'm going to talk about the bedroom here. 就是那个浴室。我们在设计我们家的时候，可以考量到这些因素哈。就是for the bedroom, I want to have like a big window and a scenery here. 这是参考日本的 greenhouse bedroom。然后我想跟大家分享一下一个故事，就是因为我舅舅的老婆是日本人，然后我的外婆呢，她去日本的时候发现说，其实日本人的洗澡方式是跟我们不一样的。然后他们呢，so how to take a bath like Japanese? First, they will have a quick shower or even a rinse with a bucket. So 他们可以就是冲洗一下，用肥皂 冲洗一下，然后洗完之后呢，他们会泡澡在这种地方。So they will go into a hot tub here, and when finished, 他们没有把那个水丢掉，他们会再使用，或者是他们一家人可以一起洗澡，一起泡澡。所以他们是先冲洗，然后洗干净之后呢，就可以泡澡。So we can, we can learn from this. We can utilize the water like Japanese. We can reuse the water. Okay. 然后这样的话，我们浴室也不会太热。And the materials they use is, the room should be built of stone, brick, or tile to passively absorb the heat of the sun. 所以它可以吸收太阳的热。Okay, and the last one I want to talk about the bees. How to breed bees. Okay, so here are the main points beekeeper must know, how they fit into the system, classification, and tools. Okay, so first, beekeeper must know if you want to have bee, you have to know that be ready to get stung many times. And before buying bees, you have to get tested for allergies because some people, when they get stung by bees, they have skin allergies. Okay, and if you have allergy, you have to work with experienced partner. Yeah. And when you get stung, scrape the stinger out quickly so that less venom will enter the skin. 就是你被叮之后，你要马上把那个 stinger 拔出来，因为它就是有一些毒哈。And second is how bees fit into the system. So we have to know that bees are producers of most of what we eat, like pollen, and also like 就是那个 beehive and also honey. And we have to make sure they have enough forage to keep them alive through the winter. 因为他们在冬天的时候会休息，就是跟一般的动物一样，他们会冬眠，就是他们不会出来，然后找 pollen 跟那个 nectar. So we have to place the hives away from the wind and use edges of earth to shelter them. 为什么呢？他们在一个风很大而且很寒冷的地方，他们是没办法的。然后就是如果你们家的风是很大的，他们会自己搬家，对，他们会不见。So bees they need both pollen and nectar, and also honeybees can only sting once. So we have to differentiate between honeybees and wasps. 它们是不一样的。然后 wasps 就是马蜂，它可以攻击你的 honeybee， 所以要小心。Okay, so the third one is classification. There are 3 types of honeybees. First is Italian. They work harder. Caucasian, they sting less, and Carniolans, they are the gentlest. 所以它不是那么的凶。有一些蜜蜂就是不会那么凶的。Our bees generally divide into queen bee, drone bee, and worker bee. So how to differentiate? First is the queen bee. Of course, the size is larger. She is 1 inch, about 2.5 centimeter long, and has a tapered body. And the other bees won't crowd around her. Drone bee is 就是另外一个，它是比较大。They don't have stingers. They are very fat and have big eyes. And their only job is to compete to mate with the queen. 最像是 queen 的老公。And the last one is the worker bees. So they are the ones that sting and they keep the hive going. 所以平常会叮人的蜜蜂就是 worker bee， 所以你要小心。Okay, and these are the tools that you need if you want to have a beehive. So a hive, a smoker is needed when you want to harvest. 就是你要采收那个 beehive 的时候，你需要 smoker. A hive tool for taking frames out of the hive, bee clothing, of course, to protect yourself from bee stinging, and bee brush and a feeder. Okay, so that's a brief introduction about the book, and thank you so much.